All right, here's a video update for RatRodBikes. I've got an issue here with the rear rack rubbing the tire. So I have to decide whether to modify that or whether to completely just remove that rack. I think it might actually look simpler without the rack. I did try to do sort of the two-tone color on this. Originally, I painted it a dark blue, which was just too dark. So then I just kind of misted it with this Maui blue, the light blue that's on the rest of the bike. And here it is without the rack. I'll have to decide whether to modify that rack and put it back on or to leave it like this. I've got probably a few other seats and a few other choices of handlebars that I can play around with. I still need to figure out some sort of a head badge. Here's my attempt at a little two-tone color. I don't know how successful that was. And I'm not really thrilled with these pedals, but this is all I had. Found this nice white chain. Still a few details to work out back here. I want to paint the axle and the axle bolt white. Not really sure why there's a big hole there in the frame. Not sure that's great. And the clearance here is kind of tight. In fact, looks like I'm rubbing right there, so I need to adjust this. I have not been out on a test ride yet, but I think we're 90% there. I need to mess around with a few things. And since we're here, I'll show you a couple other projects that have been keeping me busy over the past week. Somebody gave me these two Columbia, one's a 10-speed and 12-speed bikes to donate to charity. And of course, I could not donate them without giving them a nice deluxe tune-up. So I attempted to just basically remove things from the bike without putting a lot of money into new parts. So ideally, you know, we would have some bar tape or maybe some cruiser style bars. These seats are a little bit worn out, but man, I think they're really hip looking. I ripped off the shifters and derailleurs, made them into one speed, just using the existing freewheels that were on the bike. Both of these bikes had the Shimano Positron shifters, and they were just really bulky and ugly. And quite honestly, anybody who's gonna use these bikes is not gonna be seriously road biking. But hopefully they'll find a new good owner. This bike was missing brakes, and I found a set of brakes off of a Raleigh that fit okay. And that's about it. These guys will be donated to a local charity organization that runs a thrift store right down the road, and hopefully they'll have a happy new home. So it's riding great. I do want to kind of keep this bike simple, but it needs something. I need some help from my more artistic friends. So I want to keep this bike kind of simple, but it needs something. I don't know, would it be crazy to try to do some pinstriping or sticker bombs or some rusty handlebars? I feel like it still needs something.